Well, following an off day at Calgary Flames training camp, another day of on-ice sessions broken up into two groups. So pleased to welcome in Chris Tanev for the first time in our one-up, one-down studio, so to speak. Chris, maybe just first of all give us an idea of what the early part of camp has been like for you, just as we were just kind of discussing, getting an opportunity to settle in here a bit.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's obviously a little bit different with a new team and new systems and everything like that. Trying to learn every day and pick up a few little things as we go through camp and hopefully by the time we get going in I guess 4 or 5 days, we're all ready to go and up to speed.
It's kind of crazy when you think about that in terms of when that first game is. I mean, does it catch you off guard a little bit just knowing how fast that opening night's going to come up?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone got to the rink today, and we were all talking, and we're like, oh man, we play in 4 days, 4 or 5 days, and camp just flew by. I mean, we got basically two more skates and a scrimmage, and we're playing Winnipeg. So I mean, things happen quick, and but we've been working hard, and I think everyone's adjusted well.
Well, maybe just on that note, you talk about that scrimmage, and I think everybody's kind of spoken about how much importance there is just in getting those reps in that game-like feel. What did you make of that first one on Thursday night? Maybe the pace and the tempo from your perspective?
Yeah, it was a pretty good scrimmage. Obviously, first real 5-on-5 stuff that everyone's done together, and sort of feeling out, playing with different guys that you haven't been on the ice with because we've been separated in different groups going up to this. So I mean, some guys you haven't even really skated with at all, and sort of just trying to get on the same page with guys that you're just getting to know or just getting on the ice with.
Well, and that being said, you got a little bit of time with Noah Hanifin too. I mean, what maybe stands out? We'll ask you about Gio. I know you've skated with him a lot, but just Noah now a little bit today and in that scrimmage as well.
Yeah, it was awesome playing with Hanny today. He skates so well, so I mean, covers a lot of ground, has a good stick. So I mean, he can get up and down the ice, and I enjoyed playing with him today. So I mean, we'll see what happens as we go forward here.
Well, and just on that note, I mean, when you kind of talked about coming into Calgary earlier, new team for the first time in your career, just knowing that those extra reps kind of over the last month and a half or so, even if it was in smaller groups, but how much do you think that that's helped now as you kind of look at how fast this training camp's going by?
Yeah, I mean, it's I think for me getting here as soon as I could was definitely a priority, just to get familiar with everyone, just even on a personal level, getting to know everyone, chatting and feeling comfortable coming to the rink. And then, as you said, on the ice, we weren't skating with everyone. We're sort of divided into separate groups, but just being with those certain guys for that period of time definitely helps a lot.
Did you have much of a relationship with Mark ahead of time or prior to coming to Calgary, or any stories kind of that connected you two before that?
We've skated a few times. We've been to a few weddings together. So I mean, we knew each other fairly well. I used to go out and skate with him and his guy Wheels out in Brampton. So I mean, we've crossed paths a number of times. So I mean, it's he's helped me a lot transitioning over here, and it's been a pleasure so far.
Mark kind of talked about the fact that you're a right shot defenseman, a little bit different than what he was used to prior in terms of the bulk of what he'd been playing with TJ Brodie. But is there any subtle things for you in making that or finding a new partner, whether it's Mark or anyone else? I know you've done that throughout your career, but just little things that maybe don't look as obvious from the outside in.
Yeah, I mean it's just a lot of little talk and sort of where guys are going to be on D-to-D passes, or not everyone's always in the same spot. Guys are, I don't know, a foot or two apart, or how we're going to break the puck out, and sort of what we say when we're talking and breaking the puck out. So I mean, everything varies just a tad with each different player. But I mean, so far with Gio a lot, and he's obviously got a great stick, communicates well, and then skating with Hanny today, you can see how good of a player he is and how well he moves as well.
Last one for you, and that's just as we talk about those 4 or 5 days now leading up. What is the hope when you kind of get to the end of the training camp? Obviously, you settle on more of a closer roster than what we'll see on opening night, but just in terms of even the pace and the intensity, do you kind of expect that to pick up as we get closer?
Yeah, I mean, I think you want to be crispy out there. You want to make sure passes are on the tape, guys are in the right positions, guys are talking, and I think that's the most important thing. Everyone's on the same page going into our first game here.
appreciate the time. Thanks a lot, and look forward to catching up as we get closer.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.